Riverside Mall. Friday afternoon. Designer Cosmetics. Level 2. A black woman stands at the register, leather jacket draped over her arm, wallet open, ready to pay. Then boots hit the tile behind her. "Ma'am, step away from the counter, hands where I can see them." She turns, 2 officers, radios crackling, shoppers stopping, phones rising. "Officer, I'm checking out. I have my receipt right." I said, "Hands up. Don't make me repeat myself." The cashier backs away. The woman reaches slowly for her purse. "This is my official ID. You can verify by..." He glances at it, smirks. "Yeah? And I'm the Queen of England. Anyone can print these at Kinko's." "Officer, please just call..." "Ma'am, you can explain it downtown. Turn around." Metal handcuffs snap shut. What he dismissed. A badge number that's real. What he refused to check. One phone call that would have ended this. What disappeared later. 17 minutes proving he knew. If credentials mean nothing, what protection do any of us really have? One missed call could have saved her daughter's birthday and her faith in the badge. What if the system you protect turns on you? 3:40 p.m. Major Crimes Office, Denver Police Department. Sharon Bennett logs her last case note of the day. The desk lamp flickers 3rd time this month, thanks to the 2023 city audit slashing overtime by 15%. Equipment requests? Backlogged until next fiscal year. She doesn't mind. 18 years in, she knows how to make do. Her phone buzzes. A text from Ava. "Mom, don't forget the jacket." Sharon smiles. Her anchor is a job that swallows weekends, holidays, birthdays she promised to attend. Ava understands most of the time. 14 tomorrow, somehow already asking about learner's permits and second ear piercings. She texts back, "Grabbing it now. Home by 6. Promise." The keyboard clicks as she closes the case file. Armed robbery, suspect in custody, prosecutor happy. Clean work. The kind that reminds her why she wears the badge. Around her, the office empties. Detectives grabbing coats, making weekend plans. Jenkins waves on his way out. "Captain, are you heading to Monroe's retirement?" "Can't make it," Sharon says. "Family dinner." "It's my daughter's birthday, right? She's what, 12 now?" 14. Jenkins whistles. "Teenage years. God help you." Sharon laughs. "I've handled worse." She has. Gangs, homicides, hostage negotiations where one wrong word meant body bags. But Ava's teenage attitude? That's a different kind of challenge. The kind that makes Sharon grateful she chose this work because someone has to stand between chaos and community. Someone has to care. Her radio sits on the desk, volume low. Dispatch chatter filters through. "Unit 12, Code 4 at Spear and Alameda." "Copy that, 12. Show us clearly." Routine. Normal. The city is breathing. Sharon grabs her jacket. The captain's insignia catches the light 3 bars, earned through night shifts and sacrifice, through cases that kept her up and promotions she almost turned down because Ava needed her home. But Ava's proud. Brings friends to career day. Tell them, "My mom catches bad guys." Sharon hopes that's still true when Ava's old enough to understand nuance. When she learns that justice isn't always clear, that sometimes the badge represents a promise the system struggles to keep. She shakes off the thought. Not today. Today I got leather jackets and a birthday cake. Her phone rings. Ava again. "Mom, if you get the wrong size, I'm disowning you." "I wrote it down, baby. Size medium, brown, the one with the zippers you showed me 47 times. 48. You missed one." Sharon grins. "I'll be home soon." She pockets her badge, her ID, her service weapon locked in the desk drawer. Off-duty means off-duty. Grabs her purse, checks for her wallet. Credit card, driver's license, her police ID tucked behind it. The ID she's carried for 6 years, since the promotion to captain. The one with her photo, her rank, her credentials, the one she'll need in 70 minutes. She doesn't know that yet. The hallway fluorescents hum as she walks toward the elevator. Her footsteps echo steady, unhurried. Somewhere above, a door slams. Voices drift from the break room. "Did you see the Nuggets game? Man, that last quarter." Normal, mundane, the kind of afternoon that makes you forget the world can pivot on a stranger's assumption. Sharon hits the elevator button. The doors slide open. 3:52 p.m. Riverside Mall is 12 minutes away. The leather jacket is waiting. Ava's birthday dinner is 3 hours out. Simple. Except in 8 minutes, a security guard will touch his earpiece. In 23 minutes, a 911 call will use 3 words that change everything. In 66 minutes, Sharon Bennett will be in handcuffs. And the system she serves will decide she doesn't deserve the benefit of doubt. 4:15 p.m. Riverside Mall, Level 2. Sharon steps off the escalator. The cosmetics section sprawls before her glass counters, gleaming under recessed lights. Perfume bottles arranged like tiny sculptures. Weekend shoppers drift between displays. Soft music plays overhead, something instrumental and forgettable. She's been here before. Last month, helping Ava pick a foundation. The girl wanted something Instagram-worthy. Sharon had no idea what that meant, but paid anyway. Today's simpler. The leather jacket, size medium, brown, in and out. She passes the perfume counter. A saleswoman offers a sample. Sharon declines politely, keeps moving toward the junior section in the back corner. She doesn't see the security guard. He sees her. 20 feet away, positioned near the handbag display, the guard's eyes track her movement. Late 40s, barrel-chested, radio clipped to his belt. His hand moves to his earpiece. "Sector 2, he mutters. His lips barely move. Sharon browses a rack of jackets. Her fingers trace the leather soft, good quality. Ava will love it. She checks the tag. $149. Reasonable. The guard's hand stays on his earpiece. His eyes don't leave Sharon. She pulls the jacket from the rack, drapes it over her arm, moves toward the cashier station near the cosmetics displays. The guard speaks again, quieter now. "Yeah." Confirming. Sharon doesn't hear him. She's scrolling through her phone, checking Ava's text about dinner. "Can we get Thai? Please, please, please." Behind her, the guard lifts his radio. "Control, this is Sector 2. Possible 459 in progress, Level 2 cosmetics." The radio crackles. "Copy, Sector 2, describe." The guard watches Sharon examine a perfume display, still holding the jacket. Black female, approximately 40 years old, designer section. Lingering without purchase intent code from the mall's 2022 training vid leaked on Reddit last year. He hesitates. 1 second. Something about her posture too confident, like she knows her rights, like she's not worried. That makes it worse, somehow. A pause on the radio. Then, visual confirmation of concealment? Negative. But behavior matches protocol indicators. Sharon has been in the section for 4 minutes. The radio crackles again. Maintain visuals. We'll notify PD. 10-4. The guard's thumb moves to his phone. He types quickly, glances up to ensure Sharon hasn't moved. She hasn't. She's reading the perfume label, considering whether Ava would like it. His phone buzzes. A response. At 4:28 p.m., somewhere across Denver, Officer Tyler Brennan receives a text message. At 4:29 p.m., a 911 call is placed. The operator answers, 911, what's your emergency? Yeah, this is Riverside Mall security. We need a police response for a shoplifting in progress. Location? Level 2, cosmetics and designer sections. The suspect is a black female, late 30s to early 40s, currently in possession of merchandise valued over $100. Has she attempted to leave the store? Not yet. But she's exhibiting suspicious behavior, extended browsing, handling multiple items. The operator types. Officers are en route. Can you maintain visuals? Affirmative. She's at the perfume counter now. The call ends. Sharon sets the perfume down, decides against it. Ava's tastes change weekly. She heads toward the register, jacket still over her arm. The guard follows at a distance. 4:31 p.m. Officer Tyler Brennan gets the dispatch. Unit 23, respond to Riverside Mall, Level 2. Reported 459, suspect on scene. Brennan's 3 miles out. He flips the lights. No siren. Doesn't want to spook her. 8 years on patrol. 7 complaints in his internal affairs file, excessive force, mostly. Racial profiling once. All dismissed. All defended by the union as judgment calls in high-pressure situations. He's learned what the system protects. Sharon reaches the register. The cashier, a young woman with bright pink nails, smiles. Find everything okay? Just this, thanks. Sharon hands over the jacket. The cashier scans it and the register beeps. $149. How are you paying? Sharon reaches for her wallet. The leather folds open, credit card visible, bills tucked neatly inside. Behind her, boots hit tile. Heavy. Deliberate. The sound makes 3 shoppers turn. She turns. Officer Brennan stands 6 feet away, hand near his belt, eyes fixed on her. Ma'am, he says, voice flat, no warmth. I need you to stop right there. Sharon's hand freezes on her wallet. She knows this voice. Every cop does. The voice that means business. The voice trained to command compliance. She's used it herself 100 times. But hearing it aimed at her? Different. Officer, she says. Calm. Measured. Is there a problem? Brennan takes a step closer. His eyes sweep her, the jacket over her arm, the wallet in her hand, the shopping bag at her feet. Ma'am, I'm going to need you to put your hands where I can see them. The cashier's smile vanishes. Her hand hovers over the register, unsure whether to continue the transaction. Sharon doesn't move her hands, doesn't need to. They're already visible, one holding her wallet, one resting on the counter. My hands are visible, officer. I'm checking out. This is the jacket I'm purchasing. Step away from the counter, please. The fluorescent lights seem brighter now. Sharon feels the shift in the air, the way shoppers' conversations drop to whispers, the way phones lift, recording. She's been on the other side of this. She knows what happens when a crowd gathers. Officer, I have my receipt right here. She gestures to the cashier. She just scanned the item. I'm in the process of paying. Brennan's jaw tightens. Step away from the counter. The cashier backs up, hands raised slightly. Should I call someone? Stay where you are, Brennan says. His radio crackles. He touches it but doesn't respond. Sharon takes a breath. Control the situation. De-escalate. She's taught this in training sessions, how to lower the temperature, how to give people a way out. I understand you received a call, she says. But there's been a misunderstanding. I'm a customer. I'm buying this jacket for my daughter's birthday. If you'll just let me show you. Ma'am, I'm not going to ask again. Sharon's fingers tighten on her wallet. Around them, the crowd thickens. A woman with a stroller stops, phone out. 2 teenage boys pause mid-conversation, watching. This is how it happens, Sharon thinks. This is how routine becomes viral. She steps back from the counter, hands still visible. Okay, I'm cooperating, but I'd like to understand what I'm being accused of. We received a report of shoplifting. From whom? That's not your concern. It absolutely is my concern. Sharon's voice stays level, but steel creeps in. I have done nothing wrong. I have merchandise I'm attempting to purchase legally. I have my wallet, my identification, and I'm happy to provide. I need to search your bag. My purse? Your bag, and your purse. Sharon glances at the shopping bag near her feet. Empty except for a scarf she bought 20 minutes ago in another store. Receipt stapled to the bag. Officer, I have receipts for everything I'm carrying. If you'd just... The bag. Now. A man in a business suit speaks up from the crowd. Hey, she's clearly trying to pay. Why don't you just... Sir, step back. Brennan doesn't look at him. Sharon reaches slowly for the shopping bag. Hold it up. Here. As you can see, there's one item. I purchased it from the store downstairs. The receipt is attached. Brennan takes the bag, barely glances inside. Set it down. Your purse. This is the line. Sharon knows it. She has rights. Fourth Amendment rights she's defended in court testimony. Rights she's explained to citizens 1,000 times. But she also knows what resistance looks like to a camera. What refusal becomes in a police report. And she knows something else. She can end this with 5 words. But something stops her. Some instinct, some sense that showing her credentials now would be playing the card wrong. That this moment, this exact moment, is teaching her something she needs to understand. What it feels like to be on this side. I'm happy to show you the contents of my purse, Sharon says, but I'd like to know the specific allegation. What exactly am I accused of stealing? The jacket. The jacket I'm currently attempting to purchase. The jacket you removed from the rack without paying for. Which is how purchasing works. You take an item to the register. You pay for it. Sharon's voice stays calm, but her pulse hammers. Officer, with respect, you're making a mistake. Brennan's hand moves to his hip. Not his weapon, his handcuffs. The crowd murmurs. Phones lift higher. Ma'am, you can do this the easy way or the hard way. Sharon's breath catches. The easy way. She's heard officers say it. She's never liked it. The false choice, the implicit threat. The cashier speaks, voice shaking. Sir? She really was just checking out. I scanned the item. She was reaching for her wallet when you... Miss, I need you to step back. But she didn't... Step back. The cashier retreats behind the counter, eyes wide. Sharon makes a decision, reaches into her purse. Slowly, deliberately. 2 fingers, pulls out her wallet, opens it. Her credit card sits in the front slot. Behind it, her driver's license. Behind that, the blue and gold edge of her police ID. Officer, she says quietly, before this goes any further, you should see something. She pulls the ID free. Hold it up. Captain Sharon Bennett, Denver Police Department, Major Crimes Division. Badge number 2, 863. Photo ID, credentials, rank insignia. For 3 seconds, nobody moves. Sharon watches Brennan's face. Watch for the recognition, the apology, the shift in posture that means this is over. It doesn't come. Brennan glances at the ID. His expression doesn't change. Anyone can buy those online, he says. His hand moves to the cuffs. The metal cold against Sharon's skin, like the winter patrol she once led, searching for a missing child in sub-zero temperatures. But this cold is different. This cold comes from betrayal. In her purse, her phone buzzes. Ava called. She can't answer. Brennan reaches for her wrist. The words land like a slap. Anyone can buy those online. Sharon stares at him. The ID is still in her hand-laminated, official Denver PD seal embossed in the corner. The same ID she's used to enter secure facilities, to identify herself at crime scenes, to verify her authority. Fake. He called it fake. Officer Brennan. Sharon reads his nameplate, keeps her voice steady. This is official Denver Police Department identification. You can verify by calling, "Ma'am, put your hands behind your back." Call the precinct. Call major crimes. Ask for Captain Bennett. Hands behind your back. The crowd presses closer. Someone shouts, "Just check it." Make the call. Brennan's radio crackles. "Unit 23, what's your status?" He touches it. Code 4, 1 in custody. Sharon's stomach drops. In custody? She hasn't been arrested. Hasn't been read her rights. "Officer, I am not resisting." "But you need to verify." "Seen fakes like this before," Brennan says, barely glancing at the ID. "Last month in Aurora, guy printed his on a library computer. Looked just as real." Sharon's breath catches. Aurora. She knows that case fraud arrest, man impersonating an officer, but that ID was crude, printed on cardstock, no hologram. This is nothing like that, and Brennan knows it. "This has security features," Sharon says. "Holographic seal. Embossed badge number. Call dispatch. Verify 2834. 30 seconds. Brennan steps closer. His hand closes around her wrist. 18 years teaching de-escalation, Sharon thinks. Now I'm the one being taught what it feels like when it doesn't work. "You're making this harder than it needs to be. I'm asking you to do your job." The words are sharper than intended. "Check the ID, 1 phone call." His hand tightens. Sharon's training kicks in. Don't pull away, don't resist. But every instinct screams against it. "This is a mistake," she says. Louder. "I am Captain Sharon Bennett, Denver PD, and you are—" The handcuffs snap shut. Right wrist first. The metallic click echoes. Sharon knows that sound. She's made it hundreds of times, securing suspects, protecting the public, doing what the badge requires. Never thought she'd hear it on her own wrists. "You have the right to remain silent." Brennan's voice is mechanical. "Anything you say can and will be used." "Check my badge," Sharon says. Her voice cracks slightly. "In my purse." Badge 2863. 18 years on the force. He pulls her left arm back. The second cuff locks. "You have the right to an attorney." "I know my rights," I enforce them. "I'm a police captain. Check the badge." Someone yells, "She's a cop." "She just said she's a cop." Another voice, "Check her purse." "Just look." Brennan ignores them. His hand moves to Sharon's shoulder, turning her toward the exit. Sharon plants her feet, not resisting, just stopping. "My badge is in the front pocket. Right side zipper. Denver PD issue. Serial matches my ID. 5 seconds." For a moment, just a moment, Brennan hesitates. His eyes flick to her purse. Then his radio crackles. 23, need backup?" "Negative," Brennan says. "Suspect secured." Suspect. The word strips everything away. 18 years, 6,000 cases. A career built on serving, protecting, standing between danger and community. Gone, in one word. Sharon feels the cuff's weight, the crowd's eyes. The phone camera's capturing every second. And she understands with perfect clarity what she's always known but never felt. The badge doesn't protect you. Not when someone has already decided what you are. At 4:46 p.m., Captain Sharon Bennett is walked out of Riverside Mall in handcuffs. The leather jacket hangs on a rack behind her. The receipt crumples in the cashier's shaking hand. And somewhere in the crowd, 5 phones capture the moment a black woman in cuffs says, "I'm one of you. I'm a cop. Please, just look." Nobody looks. Rachel Morrison sees the video at 6:50 p.m. She's 3 beers into a Friday night, feet up on her coffee table, when her phone buzzes. A text from her editor. Check Twitter. Mall arrest. Feels off. Rachel opens the app. The video has 140,000 views already posted 40 minutes ago. She presses play. A black woman in handcuffs. 2 officers flanking her. The woman's voice, clear despite the mall acoustics. I'm one of you. I'm a cop. Please. Just look at my badge. Rachel sits up. Rewind. Watch again. The woman's face controlled, but barely. The officer's posture rigid, defensive. The crowd's reaction shock. Phones up, voices rising. Rachel screenshots the officer's nameplate, zooms in. Brennan. She knows that name. Denver Post, Investigative Unit. Rachel spent 3 years covering police accountability, or the lack of it. She has sources in internal affairs, contacts in the DA's office, a database of complaint records she's built case by case. Brennan. Tyler Brennan. Patrol Officer. District 3. She opens her laptop, pulls up her files. There. Brennan. Tyler J. Age 34. 8 years, Denver PD. And here's the interesting part. 7 formal complaints. Rachel scans the list. 2019. Excessive force during traffic stop. Complainant. Hispanic male, age 52. Outcome. Unfounded. 2020. Racial profiling, intimidation. Complainant. Black female, age 28. Outcome. Not sustained. 2021. Excessive force, unlawful detention. Complainant. Black male, age 41. Outcome. Exonerated. 2021. Use of force during arrest. Complainant. Black male, age 19. Outcome. Unfounded. 2022. Unlawful search, false arrest. Complainant. Hispanic female, age 36. Outcome. Not sustained. 2023. Excessive force. Complainant. Black male, age 25. Outcome. Unfounded. 2024. Racial profiling, harassment. Complainant. Asian male, age 48. Outcome. Policy review recommended. 7 complaints. 6 involving people of color. 0 resulted in discipline. 0. Rachel tweets. 7 complaints, 0 consequences. Thread incoming, #Denver PD. She picks up her phone, dials her source in Iowa. Morrison, he answers. I already know what you're calling about. The mall arrest. Videos everywhere. Who's the woman? A pause. Can't tell you that yet. Can't or won't. Rachel. Is she really a cop? Longer pause. Off the record? Always. Captain Sharon Bennett, Major Crimes, 18-year veteran. And before you ask, yes, she showed her ID. Yes, Brennan saw it. And yes, he cuffed her anyway. Rachel's pen moves across her notepad. Jesus. It gets worse. They released her 90 minutes later. No charges filed, no arrest report, like it never happened. Except it's on video. Except that. Rachel's mind races. What's IA doing? What do you think? Waiting to see if it blows over. And if it doesn't? Then they'll call it a misunderstanding and maybe give Brennan a written reprimand. You know how this works. Rachel does. She's written about it. The system protects itself, filing complaints into folders nobody reads, marking cases closed before investigations begin. I need the 911 call, she says. Can't help you there. Public record. File your FOIA. You'll get it in 6 weeks. Come on. Rachel, I'm already risking my pension talking to you. The 911 call is above my pay grade. He hangs up. Rachel stares at her screen. 7 complaints, 0 consequences. A pattern so clear it might as well be policy. She opens a new document. Types, Denver PD captain arrested by her own department. Her phone buzzes. Another text, different number. Unknown sender. You're looking into the mall thing. Check the body cam. Timestamp 1640 to 1657. Ask them why 17 minutes are missing. Rachel types back. Who is this? No response. She calls the Denver PD Public Information Office. Get voicemail. Leaves a message. Rachel Morrison, Denver Post. Requesting body cam footage for Officer Tyler Brennan, badge 1039, Friday, March 15th, approximately 4:30 to 5 p.m. Public records request to follow. She hangs up. Opens her FOIA template. Types quickly. Pursuant to the Colorado Open Records Act, I request copies of the following. 1. All body camera footage from Officer Tyler Brennan, March 15, 2024, 4 to 6 p.m. 2. All 911 calls related to Riverside Mall, March 15, 4 to 5 p.m. 3. Any incident reports filed by Officer Brennan, March 15th. 4. Internal Affairs complaint history for Officer Tyler Brennan, 2019 to present. She emails it. Knows they'll stall. Knows they'll claim exemptions, cite ongoing investigations, delay until public interest fades. But the video won't fade. Not this one. At 8:15 p.m., her source texts again. Check your email. Anonymous tip. Rachel refreshes. New message, sender masked. Subject line, Bennett arrest, audio. She opens it. An audio file. She clicks play. A 911 operator. 911, what's your emergency? Male voice, slightly breathless. Yeah, this is Riverside Mall security. We need a police response for a shoplifting in progress. Rachel's jaw tightens. She listens to the full call, hears the words that make her stomach turn. Black female, late 30s to early 40s. She doesn't fit the usual clientele profile. Lingering without purchase intent. She rewinds. Play it again. Doesn't fit the usual clientele profile. Code. Every journalist covering policing knows the code. Suspicious. Doesn't belong. Translate, black. Rachel transcribes the call word for word, highlights the phrases. Doesn't fit. Lingering without purchase. High-value items. None of it describes criminal behavior. All of it describes suspicion rooted in something else. She opens a new tab. Searches. Riverside Mall shoplifting arrests 2023 to 2024. Finds a local news story from 6 months ago. Mall security partners with DPD to reduce retail theft. The article mentions increased patrols, coordination between security and police, proactive monitoring of suspicious behavior. Proactive monitoring. Rachel clicks through to the mall's press releases, finds the security protocol document public-facing version, scan the language. Enhanced surveillance in high-value retail sections. Behavior-based identification of potential threats. Immediate law enforcement notification for suspected theft activity. Behavior-based, another euphemism. Her phone rings. Her editor. Morrison, please tell me you're working the mall arrest. I am. How fast can you turn something? Depends what you want. Surface story? Tonight? Real story? Give me 3 days. What's the real story? Rachel looks at her notes. The 7 complaints. The coded 911 call. The missing 17 minutes of the body cam. The pattern that's not a pattern, it's a policy. The real story, she says, is that Sharon Bennett isn't an anomaly. She's just the first one with enough credibility to make people pay attention. Write it. Rachel opens her document. Types. On Friday afternoon, Captain Sharon Bennett, an 18-year Denver PD veteran, was arrested for shoplifting while attempting to purchase a birthday gift for her daughter. The charge? based on a 911 call describing lingering without purchase intent. The evidence? A security guard's suspicion that she didn't fit the usual clientele profile. The officer who arrested her? Tyler Brennan, 7 complaints, 0 discipline, and a pattern of targeting people of color. She pauses. Adds, Bennett showed her police ID 4 times. Brennan dismissed it as fake, despite having the means to verify it with a single phone call. He never made that call, and when body camera footage could prove exactly what happened during those crucial minutes, 17 minutes of video mysteriously vanished. At Sharon's house, the TV plays the video on loop. News anchors dissect it. Social media explodes. Sharon sits in darkness. Ava upstairs, door closed. On screen, Sharon's voice. I'm one of you. Ava's voice echoes in her head this morning. Mom's a hero. Now shattered. On screen, for everyone to see. Sharon's phone rings. She doesn't answer. At 9:30 p.m., 3 more videos surface. Different angles, same moment. By 10 p.m., #JusticeForBennett trends. By midnight, Rachel's article drops, When the Badge Can't Protect You. Denver captain's arrest exposes systemic profiling. By 2 a.m., Internal Affairs opened an investigation. Not because they want to, because now they have to. Saturday morning. The Denver Police Department releases a statement. On March 15th, officers responded to a reported shoplifting incident at Riverside Mall. The individual was detained, questioned, and released without charges after the matter was resolved. The Denver Police Department is committed to professional conduct and is reviewing the incident to ensure all protocols were followed. 43 words. 0 apologies. 0 acknowledgement that the individual was one of their own. Rachel reads it 3 times. Notice what's missing. Sharon's name, her rank, the fact that she showed her ID professional erasure wrapped in bureaucratic language. By noon, the police union released their own statement. Officer Tyler Brennan responded appropriately to a dispatch call regarding suspected criminal activity. Officer Brennan followed established protocols and exercised reasonable judgment in a dynamic situation. The union stands behind Officer Brennan and reminds the public that split-second decisions deserve respect, not Monday morning quarterbacking. Rachel's phone rings. Her editor. Have you seen the union statement? Reading it now. They're closing ranks. Of course they are. Rachel highlights a phrase. Reasonable judgment in a dynamic situation. Translation. Brennan did nothing wrong and questioning him attacks all cops. Get me a follow-up. What's Bennett saying? She's not talking. Her department put her on administrative leave. Silence. Then, they what? Paid leave. Pending investigation. Standard procedure when an officer's involved in a controversial incident. She's the victim. Doesn't matter. She's controversial now. Then the documents arrive. Rachel's FOIA request expedited due to public interest yields a partial release. Not everything. The department redacted most communications, but they missed something. Text message metadata, timestamps, partial content from Brennan's department-issued phone, March 15th, 1626. Incoming message, number redacted. Sector 2, 1628. Brennan reply, copy. ETA 3 minutes, 1629. Incoming. Redacted, not rushing. Looks redacted, 1630. Brennan. They always do. Rachel stares at the screen. The Colorado Open Records Act forced the release, but the department tried to bury it in redactions. They failed. They always do. Before the 911 call officially came through dispatch. Coordination, pre-arrangement. This wasn't a random response. She screenshots everything, calls her IA source. Tell me about text communication protocols between mall security and patrol. Jesus, Morrison. FOIA just delivered partial texts showing Brennan coordinated before official dispatch. Pause. Where did you get that? Public records. Your department released it. Is there a protocol for security to text specific officers? Long silence. Off the record? Always. Riverside Mall has a preferred contact list. Officers who respond quickly. Brennan's on it. Why Brennan? He makes arrests. The mall likes arrests, keeps shrinkage numbers down. Brennan likes easy collars, boosts stats. Symbiotic. That's one word for it. Financial incentive? Nothing official, but overtime gets approved faster. Mall throws gift cards for exceptional response. Borderline legal. Rachel's pen flies. Opens a new document. Follow-up. Bennett arrest reveals pre-coordination between mall security and Denver PD. Her phone rings again. Unknown number. Rachel Morrison? Speaking. You need to stop. Male voice, calm but cold. Rachel's throat tightens. Who is this? Someone who doesn't want to see you get hurt. The Bennett story? Let it go. Is this a threat? It's friendly advice. You're making enemies. People like? People who know where you live. Where do you work? A pause. Tell your daughter to watch her back at school. Accidents happen. Rachel's blood freezes. I don't have a daughter. My mistake. Must be thinking of someone else's kid. Click. Gone. Rachel's hands shake. She calls her editor immediately. I just got threatened. They mentioned a daughter. You don't have kids. I know, but they wanted me to think they'd researched me, that they know personal details. Which means they're rattled. We're close to something. Or they're serious about shutting you down. Either way, we run the story. Rachel checks Twitter. New hashtag trending. Number sign stand with Brennan. Counter-narrative building. Organized. A retired cop tweets, Officer Brennan is a hero. Don't let the mob destroy a good man. A politician. We must support our officers who face impossible situations daily. Union rep on news. This rush to judgment is dangerous. Officer Brennan's career is being destroyed by a misunderstanding. Misunderstanding, not a mistake. Not misconduct. Misunderstanding implying both sides share blame. At 3 p.m., Sharon gets the call. Captain Bennett, this is Lieutenant Hayes, Internal Affairs. Sharon's in her living room. Ava's upstairs, door closed. Lieutenant, we need you for an interview, Tuesday, 9 a.m. Interview about what? I'm the one wrongfully detained. Procedure. We document your statement. My statement? What about Brennan's? The body cam footage? We're gathering all relevant evidence. The footage is missing 17 minutes. Technical malfunction. I'm looking into it. Lieutenant Hayes. Sharon's voice hardens. I showed my ID multiple times. I identified myself. I cooperated, and I was arrested anyway. Which is why we're investigating. Are you? Because it looks like you're managing optics. Silence. Captain, I'd suggest you be careful what you say publicly. This situation is delicate. Delicate. Your cooperation would be appreciated. The line goes dead. Sharon sets the phone down. Look at her hands, the same hands cuffed yesterday. Upstairs, a door creaks. Ava appears on the stairs. Mom? Are you okay? Sharon wants to say yes. Wants to protect her daughter. But Ava's 14 now. Old enough to understand. Old enough to learn what the system does to people it's supposed to protect. I don't know, baby, Sharon says. I honestly don't know. Sunday evening. Ava sits at the kitchen table, homework spread in front of her. She hasn't touched it in 20 minutes. Sharon stands at the sink, washing dishes that are already clean. Her hands move mechanically soap, rinse, dry. Soap, rinse, dry. The house is too quiet. Mom? Sharon turns. Yeah, baby? Ava's pen hovers over her math worksheet. Everyone at school saw the video. Sharon's chest tightens. I know. Maya's mom said you must have done something wrong. That cops don't arrest other cops unless... Ava's voice cracks. Unless there's a reason. Sharon dries her hands, moves to the table, sits across from her daughter. Look at me, she says. Ava's eyes are red-rimmed, 14 years old and already learning that the world doesn't play fair. I didn't do anything wrong, Sharon says. I went to buy you a birthday present. I tried to pay for it, and someone decided I didn't belong there. Because you're black. The words hang between them. Sharon wants to soften them, to explain nuance, to protect Ava from the sharp edges of truth. But Ava already knows. She's known since she was 6 and asked why the security guard followed them in Target. She's known since she was 10 and watched her mother explain again that being excellent isn't enough. You have to be twice as excellent and half as threatening. Yeah, Sharon says, because I'm black. But you're a cop. I know. You help people. You arrest bad guys. You've been doing it since before I was born. I know, baby. Ava's voice drops to a whisper. So why didn't it matter? Sharon has no answer. She's spent 18 years believing the badge meant something. That dedication, service, sacrifice, that it built a kind of armor. Friday proved otherwise. I don't know, Sharon says. Ava wipes her eyes. Her next words come out barely audible. Mom, if even you, who protects us? The question breaks something in Sharon. Because Ava's right. If a police captain with 18 years of service can be handcuffed in public, dismissed, erased, what chance does anyone else have? Sharon reaches across the table, takes her daughter's hand. We protect each other, she says, starting tonight. Ava looks up. What do you mean? I mean I'm not staying quiet. I'm not letting them bury this. But they're powerful. The police, the union. So are we. Sharon squeezes her hand. You, me, everyone who knows this was wrong. We're powerful too. Ava's quiet for a moment. Then, what are you going to do? Sharon stands, crosses to her laptop on the counter. Open it. I'm going to fight, she says. She opens her email. Types. ACLU Colorado, civil rights complaint. Ava watches from the table. Are you sure? Sharon thinks about Lieutenant Hayes's voice. Delicate situation. Be careful what you say. The administrative leave feels like exile. The union defends Brennan while her own department stays silent. She thinks about the badge on her coffee table. The one she can't look at without seeing Brennan's face. And she thinks about Ava's question. Who protects us? I'm sure, Sharon says. She types, My name is Captain Sharon Bennett, Denver Police Department. On March 15, 2024, I was unlawfully detained and arrested by Officer Tyler Brennan while attempting to purchase merchandise at Riverside Mall. Despite showing my police identification 4 times, I was handcuffed, read my Miranda rights, and held for 90 minutes before release without charges. I believe my civil rights were violated based on racial profiling. I am requesting ACLU representation and a formal civil rights investigation. She hits send. Ava stands, crosses to her mother, wraps her arms around Sharon's waist. I'm proud of you, Mom. Sharon's throat tightens. Yeah? Yeah. You're still a hero. Just a different kind now. They stand like that for a long time. Mother and daughter, finding strength in each other when the system offers none. Outside, Denver sleeps. Patrol cars cruise familiar streets. Officers respond to calls, write reports, and go home to families. And somewhere, Tyler Brennan sleeps soundly, protected by a system that's decided he did nothing wrong. But Sharon isn't sleeping. She's fighting back. Monday morning. The video goes viral. Not the mall footage, everyone's seen that. This is different. A bystander filmed from a different angle. Better audio. Clearer view of Sharon's face as she holds up her ID. And, crucially, a clear shot of Brennan looking directly at it before dismissing it. The video spreads like wildfire. 2 million views in 6 hours. Justice. For Bennett hits 1 million tweets by noon, inspired by Say Her Name campaigns, the grassroots movement that refused to let black women's stories disappear. By 2 p.m., the Denver ACLU released a statement. Captain Bennett's treatment represents systemic failure. When a decorated officer cannot receive verification, what hope do ordinary citizens have? By 3 p.m., community organizers announce a city council hearing demand. 500 signatures in an hour. 2,000 by dinner time. Rachel watches from her desk. Her FOIA article has been shared 40,000 times. Her inbox floods with tips, more small incidents, more Brennan complaints, more fitting a description arrests. Her phone rings. The anonymous source. Check your email. Subject line, Internal Affairs. Rachel opens it. A PDF. Denver PD Internal Affairs letterhead. Memo dated March 16th, the day after Sharon's arrest. R.E. : Incident Review. Officer T. Brennan / Captain S. Bennett. Preliminary review suggests procedural irregularities. Captain Bennett's complaint has merit. Officer Brennan failed to verify credentials despite multiple opportunities. Body camera footage gap requires explanation. Recommendation: formal investigation. However, given media attention and potential litigation, recommend quiet settlement to avoid prolonged PR issues. Suggest administrative resolution with confidentiality agreement. Lieutenant F. Hayes. They knew. From day one. And their solution? Bury it quietly. Rachel forwards it to her editor. Bombshell. At 4 p.m., her article drops. A memo reveals cover-up. Denver PD planned to silence Bennett with settlement. Response is immediate. Council member Diaz tweets, if authentic, heads must roll. Emergency hearing this week. The mayor's office scrambles. We are deeply concerned and calling for a full, transparent investigation. Too late. The community is moving. By 6:00 p.m., 300 people gathered outside City Hall. Signs read, badge or not, justice matters, and 17 minutes of truth. Sharon watches from her living room, Ava beside her. Mom, they're protesting for you. Sharon's throat tightens. Faces in the crowd, all colors, all ages, people she's never met, demanding accountability. Her phone buzzes. Unknown number. Captain, we need to talk. Tomorrow, 10 a.m., City Park. Come alone. About Friday. Another buzz. It's Jenkins. Using a burner. They're watching department lines. Trust me. Jenkins, her colleague. Warning her or trap? Sharon types, how do I know it's you? Response, Monroe's retirement. You said family dinner, your daughter's birthday. Sharon exhales, it's him. But why burner phone? Why secrecy? Her phone rings. Rachel Morrison. Captain Bennett? You published the memo. Yes. Did they offer settlement? Sharon hesitates. Tuesday morning, Hayes called. Resolve amicably. Financial compensation if I stayed quiet. What did you say? I hung up. Pause. Captain, City Council's calling emergency hearing, Thursday, 10 a.m. They want you to testify. Sharon looks at Ava, at the badge, at protesters on TV. I'll be there, Sharon says. She picks up her badge, feels its weight. Real now. Ava squeezes her hand. You're gonna fight? Sharon nods. I'm gonna fight. Outside, the chant grows. No justice, no peace. For the first time since Friday, Sharon believes something might change. Tuesday afternoon. Rachel's phone rings. Morrison? It's the mall manager. We need to talk. Rachel sits up. I'm listening. Not on the phone. Meet me. Parking garage, level C, 1 hour. Why the secrecy? Because if a corporation finds out I'm talking to you, I'm fired. Rachel grabs her keys. The parking garage smells like oil and exhaust. The manager waits by a concrete pillar mid-40s, tired eyes, hands shaking. I can't do this anymore, he says. No introduction. Rachel pulls out her recorder. Can I? No recording? I'll deny everything if you use my name. Fine. Talk. He takes a breath. The protocol. The security protocol Captain Bennett triggered? It's not random. It's written. Written how? Company document, loss prevention strategy. We monitor non-traditional customers in high-value sections. Rachel's pulse quickens. Define non-traditional. The manager pulls folded paper from his jacket. This is from our training manual. Page 47. I copied it last night, servers wiped in 24 hours. If caught, I lose everything. Pension, healthcare, references, everything. Rachel takes the paper, unfolds it, reads, Riverside Mall Security Protocol, Loss Prevention. Section 4.3, Behavioral Indicators for Enhanced Monitoring. High-risk customer profiles include individuals whose appearance does not match typical clientele demographics, extended browsing without purchase intent. Groups displaying urban aesthetic markers, customers appearing uncomfortable in luxury environments. Rachel's jaw tightens. Urban aesthetic markers. It's code, the manager says. Everyone knows it's code. For black people. For anyone who doesn't look like they can afford to shop there. But yeah, primarily black and Latino customers. Rachel photographs the document. How long has this been a policy? 3 years. New corporate ownership. They hired a consultant who promised to cut shrinkage 30%. This was his recommendation. Does it work? Arrest numbers went up. Shrinkage barely changed, but the corporate loves it, looks proactive. Rachel scans further. See another section. Appendix B, Coordination with Law Enforcement. She reads aloud, Establish a preferred contact list of responsive officers. Prioritize officers with high arrest rates and willingness to act on security assessments without requiring visual confirmation of theft. Jesus, Rachel whispers. That's how Brennan got on the list, the manager says. He doesn't ask questions. Security says suspicious. He is arrested. Mall gets the collar. He gets the stat. Everyone wins. Except the people arrested. Yeah, except them. Rachel looks up. Why tell me this? The manager's eyes are wet. Because I watched that video. Captain Bennett says she's a cop and Brennan doesn't care. And I realized we trained him not to care. We built a system where suspicion is enough, where looking wrong is the crime. You participated. I know. His voice cracks. I told myself it was a policy. Following orders. But Friday, I watched a police captain get cuffed because she's black and shopping, and I thought, how many others? How many who didn't have badges, who didn't have proof, who disappeared into the system because we decided they didn't belong? Rachel's phone is full of photos now. The protocol, the coded language. Will you testify? she asks. The manager hesitates. If subpoenaed, I'll talk. But Morrison, this goes deeper. Every mall in the chain uses this protocol. Dozens of locations, thousands of arrests. Rachel's mind races. This isn't one bad apple. This is infrastructure. Built, refined, profitable. I need the full manual, she says. The manager nods. Check your secure drop tonight. Secure Dropbox. Email chain from last night. Whistleblower uploaded everything before the server wiped. Corporate IT won't trace it back to me, but once it's out, they'll know it leaked. When does the wipe happen? He checks his watch. 18 hours from now. After that, all evidence of the old protocols disappears. New revised manual goes live tomorrow morning, sanitized, no coded language. They're covering tracks. They've been planning it since the video went viral. Your article about the cover-up? That accelerated their timeline. Rachel's phone buzzes. Email notification. Secure drop. New submission. She opens it. 63 pages. Training manuals. Email chains. Financial reports showing arrest quotas tied to security bonuses. Everything. The manager walks away without another word. Rachel stands in the empty garage, files downloading, understanding the full scope. Sharon Bennett wasn't profiled by chance. She was profiled by design. Ban dung. Detoy dem lai và cat chin sak sung num chum hai mui lum tu. Thursday, Muizo sang. Denver City Council chambers. Every seat filled. Overflow crowds the hallway. News cameras line the back wall. Sharon sits at the witness table. She wore her uniform pressed, polished, 3 bars gleaming. Council member Diaz gavels. This emergency hearing is in session. Captain Bennett, described March 15th. Sharon takes a breath. Just facts. I finished my shift at 3:40. 14 hours. I went to Riverside Mall for my daughter's birthday gift. At 4:35, Officer Brennan accused me of shoplifting. I showed my receipt. He refused to look. I showed my police ID. He dismissed it as fake. I identified myself as Captain Sharon Bennett, badge 2854. He said anyone could claim that. I was handcuffed, detained for 90 minutes, released without charges. Silence. Diaz leans forward. You showed your police ID? 4 times. Body cam footage would confirm except 17 minutes are missing. Murmurs ripple. A council member interrupts. Officer Brennan maintains he followed protocol. Sharon's eyes don't waver. Then the protocol is the problem. She pulls out the document. This is Riverside Mall's security protocol. It instructs monitoring customers based on appearance that doesn't match clientele and urban aesthetic markers. She holds it up. Cameras flash. This is profiling, codified and coordinated with law enforcement. The room erupts. Diaz gavels. Sharon slides across texts. Security texted Brennan before calling 911. He received notification at 4:28. The call came at 4:29. They coordinated my arrest. Diaz reads them. Jaw tightens. Officer Brennan, are you present? No response. His chair sits empty. Sharon scans the back row, a figure in the shadows. Officer Brennan was advised not to appear. The union rep calls. Sharon's voice cuts through. I'm a decorated officer, 18 years. I showed credentials. I cooperated, and I was arrested because someone decided I didn't belong. If that can happen to me, what protection does any citizen have? The rep sits. Diaz turns to Chief Walker. Do you have the recovered footage? Walker shifts. We do. Located this morning. Play it. Screens light up. Timestamp, 1639. Sharon's voice. Officer, I'm Captain Sharon Bennett, Denver PD. She holds up her ID clear. Brennan. Anyone can buy those online. Sharon. Please, Just verify it. Brennan's eyes track away. 4 times. 16:43. Sharon, voice breaking. My badge is in my purse. Badge 2854, please. Brennan reaches for cuffs. Footage ends. Silence. Diaz's voice shakes. The body cam was functional. Yes, Walker admits. You claimed a malfunction for 17 minutes. There was uncertainty. You lied. Diaz pulls out a document. The DOJ report from 2023 on Denver PD bias cited patterns exactly like this, dismissing complaints, protecting officers, targeting communities. She turns to the counsel. I move for an immediate independent investigation. Brennan's termination. Review of every arrest under this scheme. Oh, second. 3 voices. All in favor? 9 hands. Diaz gavels. Motion passes. Brennan suspended without pay. She looks at Sharon. Captain Bennett, I'm sorry. Sharon stands, straightens her uniform. Don't be sorry, council member. Be better. She walks out. The chamber erupts. As Sharon passes the back row, she catches movement, a figure turning away. Brennan's empty chair at the witness table, but his shadow lingers in the back row, watching. 3 weeks later. Officer Tyler Brennan is on unpaid leave. Criminal charges, false arrest, civil rights violations are under review. It's not justice yet, but it's a movement. Riverside Mall revises its security protocols. The language about urban aesthetic markers disappears. Corporate issues diversity statements. Words on paper. Time will tell. Rachel Morrison wins a regional journalism award. Her series sparks investigations in 4 other cities. And Sharon? She goes back to work. Not to her desk, to the training academy. She stands before 40 new recruits. Young faces, eager, believing the badge means something. My name is Captain Sharon Bennett, she says. 3 weeks ago, I was arrested by one of our own, handcuffed, in public. Despite showing my credentials 4 times. Silence. I'm not here to make you feel guilty. I'm here to make you better. The system that failed me fails citizens every day. People without badges, without proof, without voices. She holds up her badge. This doesn't make you right. It makes you responsible. She passes her badge to the first recruit. They hold it, feeling its weight. The badge that once sat in her purse, dismissed, ignored now, rests in recruit's hands. Heavier than expected, but I'm hopeful. Sharon thinks of Ava's question. Are you still a cop? She is, but it's different now. What happens when the system handcuffs itself? Sometimes it breaks, sometimes it learns. Sharon Bennett chose to teach it the difference. How many others are still waiting, still fighting to be seen, heard, believed? If this story made you feel something, anger, hope, or just the need to see accountability win, hit that like button and subscribe to Beat Stories. More voices demanding justice. More systems are forced to answer. More people who refused silence when the badge failed them. These stories need to be told.